more election committee sectors have indicated they will vote as one bloc for Carrie Lam in Sunday's CE election. Woo Kwa King, meanwhile, has secured a vote from the pan-Democratic camp that intends to rally behind John Tsang. Tsang has managed to get the backing of the Medical Council's leader, one of the few from the pro-establishment side to openly support him. Adam Shu reports.
It was John Tsang's last foray into the communities before Sunday's election, and he decided to take it to a new height on an open-top double-decker. The bus tour began in Adelaide Chow and stopped in Corrie Bay and Causeway Bay, where he was mobbed by selfie seekers and greeted with best wishes for Sunday's vote. Earlier today, a senior pro-establishment politician slammed Tsang for allegedly creating the impression that he had won Beijing's blessing by playing up President Xi Jinping's handshake with him when he was the financial secretary.
This is election time, and I'm not surprised whatever tactics people are using to make sure that their preferred candidate would win more votes. The only surprise that I have that it has come so late.
Little surprise for Carrie Lam, who today was assured that she would reap all 60 votes from the agricultural and fisheries sector. Its election committee members said they agree that Lam meets all Beijing's criteria for the city's next leader, also promising to go all in for the former chief secretary for administration was the catering sector with its 17 votes. It's been an uphill battle for Woo Kwa King, but the retired judge got some good news today. Chong Chan Yao, an EC member from the social welfare sector, has vowed to vote for the retired judge, saying Woo's ideas on retirement protection were the closest to his. That's despite most of the sector's members pledging to back John Tsang in Sunday's race, following the pack of the pan-Democratic camp in the EC. Adam Xu, TVB News.
And we continue our series of interviews with the CE candidates. Yesterday, we heard from candidate number 1, John Tsang. And we'll have more on Woo Kwa King tomorrow. Tonight, we focus on candidate number 2, Carrie Lam. Although seen as a favorite of Beijing, she's been lagging behind in local opinion polls. But she stressed it's her policies that really matter. Elmi Lung reports.
Since announcing her chief executive bid, Carrie Lam has been playing catch-up in the popularity race. Public debate performances did little to boost her opinion poll ratings. I have a strong sense people react to candidates not by who they are, but what they stand for. I represent the pro-establishment side, Mr. Leung's current administration, and someone the central government trusts. And what does she think of the public reception for rival John Tsang? Carrie Lam said her former colleague's PR work has been well executed, but now that Hong Kong is at a crossroads, the city needs a chief executive with heart, ability, and is willing to take responsibility. If elected but without high popularity, will she face a more divided Hong Kong? I'm not defending myself, she said, but many people showed their support, so it's not all one-sided. Despite being the last contender to roll out a full election manifesto, Lam spoke rather fondly of it. The only female contestant described her platform as well-developed, but expressed disappointments that proposed policies were not made a focus in this election. She wants to build affordable starter homes for the middle class while creating jobs in different sectors and leaving no small issues untouched. She thinks it's best to first tackle livelihood issues before approaching the more difficult topics like political reform. That's contrary to what her critics argue, that politics must first be addressed to mend a torn society. Under the current political climate, how easy is it to discuss community issues with the people? Lam said she'll first start with education policies. If groups can set aside their political differences, I can boldly say our compatibility will reach 80 to 90%, she added. During this campaign, Carrie Lam attempted to present a different, a more lively side of her. She admitted public image building isn't her strength, but will pay closer attention to public perception and raise her political sensitivity. Elmi Long, TVB News.